for life. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm pretty much content with just rhyming all day.
Or digital can instantly share pictures.
I can start. Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show. You know what it is. Hey, ham solo. It's time, baby. Low. It's time how we do. Hey. They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. 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 Man, I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you in red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blizzard. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make you bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said go.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Lowdown on TSWS Gaming. I'm Loke7. Joining me, as always, is the liquor of games, Mr. Matt Likes Games.
Yep,
Matt,
I'm here.
how are you? What you been playing?
I'm pretty good. What I've been playing is kind of funny because it should be Assassin's Creed Shadows, but I haven't
Okay.
been playing much because, let me tell you, but I've never seen Game of Thrones. And just on a whim, I
You
was
bought the
like,
game.
hey, let me watch the first episode of Game of Thrones. I was just like,
Okay.
let me see what all the hype's about. And buddy,
Oh.
I'm on season 3 right now. it's a problem. I can't stop.
Are you
watching.
drowning in the sauce?
I can't stop watching it. Dude, it's 10 episodes a season, an hour an episode, like full hour episodes.
Yes.
I watched the entire first season in one day on Sunday.
Damn.
Like I just couldn't stop watching it.
But why'd you do that though? Like,
because
when people say something,
everybody says it's so great, and I'm like, oh well, I've never seen it, so it can't. Like, I'm thinking
it can't be that great.
I'm thinking it must be overhyped. It has to be. And so I watched it, and I'm like, no, this is really, really good. This is incredible. So
when Papa Stark's head gets chopped off, what were your thoughts?
buddy, because so I've heard rumors, or not rumors. I've heard people talk about this show before. I don't know. I've heard people talk about people dying, but I don't know who those people are, and I can't remember the names.
Yeah.
So like, I know it's a show where people die often.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, because I remember thinking, watching the first season, I was like, okay, Ned Stark's a prisoner,
Yeah.
but he's the main character. They're not going to kill him in the first season. That would be insane.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. And then they cut his head off in the first season. I was like, holy shit, okay. All right. I guess that's it. I guess he's done now. So, like, it is definitely a show. Seems like it's definitely going to be a show where they don't have any problem killing anybody off, which is
my guy.
Which will be good. Which will be a good.
Are you starting the third season?
I'm on episode 3. I just watched the part where that giant ass lady Brienne of Tarth was taken what's his name Jamie Lannister across the bridge, and then they got confronted and now they're captured. I just watched that part.
Okay. So you haven't seen the wedding yet?
Mm-mm. but I've heard many things about it, and I know a lot of people die at that thing. So that's all I know.
I'm just like I admire your bravery. Like you have a packed schedule, and you're like, let me just casually start watching one of the greatest TV shows of all time. I'm
Well,
sure I won't like it as much as everyone else.
no, because I wanted to like it. I was like, obviously, it's good. If people talk about the way it is, it's obviously good. But my thought process was, it can't be that good. It can't be that good. It's good, but it's not that good. So,
Yeah,
like, I'm not gonna say it's my favorite show of all time because that still belongs to Lost. I'd
yeah.
probably throw Severance up there because, dude, I don't know if you watch Severance, but Severance,
I
shoot,
haven't started watching Severance. I've heard
it's nuts.
magnificent things
It
about
is
Severance.
crazy. But like, out of like, Lost, Severance, things like Breaking Bad, um, like this. I mean, if it keeps going the way it's going, it'd probably be a top 5 show for me.
Yeah.
The way it's going now, at least. I mean, it's really fucking good, man. It's crazy.
Matt, Matt.
And all the
I
while,
yeah.
I was saying all the while, I'm trying to play Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I've made almost no like, I'm still in the first area. Like, I've done a lot, but I'm still in the first area.
Yeah. I've also been playing. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I only played Assassin's Creed yesterday. Mm,
Yep.
I beat the prologue.
Mhm.
Mm, played a bit of it until the map opened just a little bit, and then I had to start. I had to start the pod. Yesterday. Today, I had an opportunity to play it, but
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm conflicted because Zan launches tomorrow,
Sure.
and I'm partial to Kazan. So I'm just like, why am I going to invest time in this when I'm about to fully immerse myself in something less than 6 hours from now? Because according to my Steam, Kazan's going to be available in my region midnight my time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Just pass it. You got past 6 hours. Play some Assassin's
I
Creed.
yeah, I don't nah. You know how I am, how I'm partial to to video game stories, sorry, or to stories in general. I think
Sure.
I've played
Movie.
enough of Assassin's Creed to be like, okay, this game is worth my time. I'm going to play and finish it eventually. But yeah, straight to the backlog. But it's not at the level that I don't want to get too deep in a story that I might get frustrated if I have to restart it. I
I
think
don't.
having played the prologue and just a little bit of the story, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
So I'll
Yeah.
just play Kazan.
That's fine. I actually had the thought to get Kazan at some point, only
And then,
because only because I saw they had an easy mode,
yep, it's
and
not really it's a Souls like, but with an easy mode. That's wild.
and I saw that. And here's the thing: I saw the game, and I was like, that looks cool, just like an art style thing. Like, that looks
Yeah.
cool. Um, but I was like, it's a Souls like, I don't want to play it, and it's not like them putting an easy mode in it makes me dying to play it. It's just that the fact that they did that, I kind of am tempted to get it just to support it.
You,
And then
are you are you advocating for difficulty settings in all Souls likes? Is that what you're trying to
no,
say?
no, because not all developers want to do that. But I wouldn't mind
The
supporting a
ones that
develop.
do.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind supporting a developer that does want to do that.
Mm, okay. All right, that's fair enough.
We'll see.
That's
We'll
fair enough.
see how it goes. How much is it right now? Is it 50, is it a 50, 60, or $70 game?
It's a $60 game, but I bought it off of CD Keys for like 42, 40
Yeah,
bucks, somewhere there. Bro, PC
gotcha.
gaming is like quick sidebar, dude. PC gaming is so cheap.
Yeah.
Like so cheap. I had set aside $60 to pay for
Mm,
Kazan. When I go to CD Keys, I find it's 40. I was like, well, what else do they have? And they have a bunch of good games that I've had on my wish list for like $2,
yeah.
$3.
Yeah,
And
dude.
I'm like, what? So let me give you an example. I bought Fort Solis, which is a game that's sort of like Telltale, which is my jam, right? Story
Hmm.
focused. There's Solstice, which is another Souls Born, but with an anime tinge to it. Batman Arkham Origins, the Ultimate Edition. The Ascent, again the Ultimate Edition as well. Steel Rising, another Souls like. This was just a
Hmm.
regular edition, and Kazan,
That
and
was all 60 bucks.
that netted me about $59, bro. It wasn't even 60.
Yeah, that's about right. You save a
I'm
lot of
telling you,
money.
man. PC gaming is crazy. I sometimes feel like I'm stealing, but then I go to Steam, I redeem the code, and Steam's like, "Yeah, there you go, that's your
Oh,
game," and I'm like,
shit.
"What?" And like every time I redeem the code, I'm always expecting something's going to go wrong, Matt.
No, it
someone's
works.
someone's going someone's going to be like, no, you didn't just buy the ultimate edition of Batman Arkham Origins for $1.50. That did not just happen. Go back and get your money back. You got scammed. That's what I'm expecting. But it's like, wow,
Nope.
yes, Raichi,
It all
robotic
works.
booty. It's wild. It's wild. Ron Slasher says Dustborn is a Souls like also.
Huh.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm looking here at Atom Fall. I'm thinking about getting that. Well, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow and play it in Game Pass, and if I like it as much as I think I like it, I'm gonna like it.
yeah.
Then I'll probably buy it.
Wait, is Atom 4 on Game Pass
Yes.
like right now?
No, it comes out tomorrow. I'm pretty sure
Atom
comes
4
out.
comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, you can play it now if you get the digital deluxe thing, but I'm not doing that for a day of early access.
Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, I'm also not doing. I'm still debating whether I'm going to buy Midnight. Was it mid
South
south
of
of
midnight.
Midnight through Game Pass Premium, or just go the full $50 on Steam?
It's not
Because
going to be $50 on Steam if you look at GG deals.
oh, sorry, my bad. $40 on GG deals. The issue,
Might be less than that, honestly.
really?
It's a fifty
No
dollar
way.
game. $33 right now on GG deals.
33.
Yeah,
What what
33
what
33.82.
website is that? Is that
GG.deals.
on Xbox or is it on PC?
It's PC. Oh no, okay, hold on. So this is a key for Xbox, which means that you'd be buying it on Xbox and you'd have the Windows key, so you could use it on Windows Store on PC.
Yeah, I just checked right now. Yeah, it's $33. That's pretty wild.
Yeah,
That's
The
pretty
Steam
wild.
keys are like the cheapest Steam key is $45. So
And there's a
I mean,
reason why the Steam key is $45.
it's because Steam's fucking stupid sometimes.
Yeah, because
Uh
Steam's the shit.
Steam is a shit. It's a runny shit. That's funny because I actually love Steam and I have a Steam Deck. And,
Clearly, clearly, you love
uh,
Steam.
yeah, I just think
Uh,
Xbox is better. I think it's the best thing ever. But
you think Xbox is better than Steam?
I think Xbox is better than everything. Well, because it is.
That's
But
crazy.
I think
That
you
is,
need. You're crazy. I think you need to cope. Sounds like you're coping and molding right now. I'm
yeah.
sorry to hear
Okay.
that.
All right. Fine. Fine, Matt. Fine.
It is. It's
Uh,
great. Sensational.
Atomfall. I didn't know Atomfall came out today. Well, I have no hope of playing it because even though I do have Game Pass, I'm probably gonna be busy because South of Midnight comes out on the 14th, correct?
On the 8th.
On the 8th,
Yeah.
bro. That's barely. I've barely got 2 weeks to play
Yeah.
Kazan, and then South of Midnight comes. There'll be no time for Atomfall,
But you
even
gotta be.
with Game Pass, even with
A-
Game Pass on the other side.
But Adam Falls British Fallout. You gotta be British Fallout.
I will play it. I will play it. What I'm saying is, right now, Kazan's the priority. And by the time I'm done with Kazan, and I might not even finish it considering how slow I was with Elden Ring, right? I might not finish Kazan before South of Midnight comes out. Then I'll just be jumping between the two. And then only after I'm done with those two, I
Mm.
might make time for Atomfall. But if it's really bad, Doom might show up before I finish before I finish
Mm.
those ones.
That
Ah
comes
man.
out the 18th of
Of
May, I
April.
think. No, May 18th.
Okay.
It is
Okay.
the 18th, right? See, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 18th.
All right. All right. That's better
Wait,
because then
question about Kazan. So it has
yeah.
an easy mode.
Yes.
Does it have a hard mode, or is the normal
Yes.
mode the hard mode?
I would say if you want a proper Souls like experience, you have to play it on the hard mode. Because I remember the demo, I was like, games that have difficulty settings, I always just go for the default setting that the developers want, which is normal. I played it on normal, and Matt, it felt easy to me.
Oh wow,
Like
got a
I died,
cool little
I
humble brag
died,
there.
I died like 3, 4 times throughout the entire demo, and yeah,
It's a
I
nice
would
little brag
suggest you
there.
try. I would come on. I would suggest you try playing the game on normal first after you get it.
What if
Don't
I didn't?
immediately
What if
jump
I
to easy.
booted it up and went right to easy, and I just never died and I beat it, and then I told you that I played it on hard.
That's fine, bro. That's fine. As long as you played it and you had a good time, I don't really care. I'm happy for as many people playing Souls likes as possible.
I'm not happy about it. Very angry and agitated by it.
Clearly,
Yeah.
clearly you are not a fan. You are not a
Oh,
fan. Let me just quickly check when Doom launches.
it's May 18th,
Doom.
but there's early access, which I will be getting, and I believe the
Dark
early access
Ages.
is 2 days early, I think, or 3 days early, or something
May
like that.
15th.
May 15th. So is that with early access, or is that May 15th plus the early access would make it like the 13th or the 12th?
Let's see what the IGN article says. The release date, okay, launches on May 15th
Hmm.
across the consoles. As a Microsoft owned game, Doom launches day one on Game Pass. The collector's bundle includes up to 2 days of early access.
There we go.
That's not worth it, bro.
Well, no, that's so for me, I agree. 2 days of early access is not worth it, but you know what is worth it?
What?
A statue of Doom guy.
Right.
A statue of Doom guy is kind of worth it. Plus, the 2 days early access is kind of a bonus. So you
Okay,
know,
so you're buying it more for the statue.
I mean, yeah, that's a pretty big part of it.
That's fair.
Uh,
That's fair. That's fair.
so yeah,
All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's get into the news. Since we've been talking about what we've been playing, etc., etc. Let's get into the actual like announcement business. So yesterday, a crew-based spaceship first-person shooter Wildgate was announced for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. So this is coming from Dreamhaven. These are the guys that founded Blizzard, if I'm not mistaken.
Dreamhaven. Have they made
Yeah,
anything, or is this their first game?
this is their first showing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they left Blizzard in 2020 and they've been making this. Publisher Dreamhaven and developer Moonshot Games have announced Wildgate, a crew-based first-person shooter featuring spaceship combat. It will launch for PS5, Series, PC, via Steam in 2025. A playtest will run from April 10 to 14 across all platforms, and sign-ups are available now via the official website. Uh, Blast off into high stakes. All right, let's read the key features. Okay, epic spaceship battles. I ended up seeing this on Asmongold's channel. Really, epic spaceship battles. Blast your enemies with high-tech cannons, gadgets, lure them into deadly traps, or even mess with their ship. There's new adventures every match because it's procedurally generated. Unique prospectors choose from a variety of fighters or shooters or whatever characters. Explore the reach. Uh, Dangerous, unpredictable place filled with deadly hazards. Treasure beyond your wildest dreams. Navigate through cosmic storms. Battle space vermin and plunder alien ruins for lost caches of loot. Outrun or outgun. So essentially, everyone is running, right, to get something called the artifact, and then you have to leave the area before you get shot down or
Oh no,
yeah, yeah.
it's an
So it's a
extraction shooter.
yes, it is. But like
Uh,
team extraction. Let's see the trailer before you start throwing up, Matt. Let's see the trailer. Do you want to see the trailer or the deep dive? You know what? Let's look at both. Let's look at both. Here's
Yay!
it. Let's look at the trailer.
I can't see it.
Can oh shit, sorry. I forgot to transition the thingy. My bad. My bad. You should be able to see it. Can you see it now?
Unfortunately, yes.
Let's restart. Just
Yeah,
for you.
we don't want to miss that very important first 5 seconds. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't miss that.
Welcome to the Reach, a vast realm of discovery and brutal explosions. But hey,
I'm not gonna lie, I got Concord vibes from this, Matt.
I don't even get Concord vibes from this.
now you're gonna need a tough.
Not even Concord. Is this worse than Concord?
Concord looked a lot better than this.
Ooh.
and an even tougher ship.
Quality upgrade.
Keep her flying, and you'll find wonders beyond your wildest dreams.
That's the artifact.
Wildgate open.
That's good.
And
Or
then-
the other crews will blast you and take your loot.
Yeah, then you have to run
That's
to your
a
ship
distinct possibility.
and fly out.
The artifact is getting away.
So get ready. When your airtight plan goes out the airlock,
Into the fray.
improvise. Use your turrets.
Stealing their stuff.
Hell, use their turrets. Traps, tractor beams, big red buttons.
Overloaded their reactor.
Because the Reach gives,
Resources in. Coming in hot.
and the Reach takes.
Damage! Major damage!
Can't promise fame and fortune here,
Mine layer here!
or that you'll even make it back.
Get to the gate. Go, go, go,
But
go.
I can promise this.
That's my artifact.
It's gonna be one hell of a story.
Listen, whoever's doing that voice acting is pretty good. Well, Matt,
that's,
no?
That's something. That's a word I would have used to describe that.
What's your pet peeve with ooh damn Fuzzy says I understand the Concord vibes. Yep. I got the
So
Concord vibes. Go ahead.
So, what's my pet peeve with what we just
Extraction
watched?
shooters. No, extraction shooters. Before we get into what we just watched, because you
It's
said, because
my pet peeve with extraction shooters is the same thing as my pet peeve with battle royale is my pet peeve with uh I mean I guess that's really it because that's kind of the dominating genre for the past I don't know 10 years. But like it's not the fact that somebody wants to make an extraction shooter. I think the idea of an extraction shooter is honestly at face value cool. It sounds cool. It sounds like it should be fun. It sounds like a good idea to for I won't say any studio, but for a studio to try to give a shot at. My problem with it really is the fact that there's too fucking many of them. There's way too fucking many of them, and wishing nothing but success to the team. I don't want anything bad to happen to the team for making an extraction shooter, but like it's just one of those things where it's like when I hear, especially because you just said right before this,
yeah,
it's a new team. This is their first go at a game.
yeah,
I get nervous when I hear that, and their first game is an extraction shooter because there's a lot of those. There's many, many, many extraction shooters. Some would say too many extraction shooters. It's very, very oversaturated. And in order to stand out, to like make a name for yourself, like you have to not only have a good game, like that's with like a given. You have to your game has to be good. Your game not only has to be good, it has to be better than the group
yeah,
of best extraction shooters. It has to
yeah.
be better than those. And
That's the exception.
that's just to get attention. That's not to supersede those. Cuz you probably won't supersede those even if you make a better game because people are already playing it, they're already attached to it. So like you have to make something fucking and like unreal just to have a shot to like have a name in that genre, which is
And you're
just
not
like,
impressed.
which is just like, well, the trailer is the trailer. It's like I'm not gonna, I'm honestly not gonna knock them for points on that trailer because to be real, that trailer is not too different from most trailers in that genre, to me at least. I didn't see anything in
Yeah,
that trailer that makes me go, "Oh, that's a lot worse than anything else I've seen," because it's not. It really isn't. But like it's just one of those things like dude, it's your first game. I wish you all the best. Hopefully the game lands and people like it. I got to be real, I'm probably not going to play much of it just cuz I don't like extraction shooters. If it comes out and it's free to play, I'll give it a shot. I'm willing to give any game a shot. But it's one of those things like God, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. And who knows? Maybe what I'm saying comes true. Maybe they make the greatest extraction shooter ever, and they're the kings. Maybe that happens. I don't know. We'll see.
we have to have hope. Dayreezy, welcome in. First, he says Helldivers was huge, so we are obviously going to be a bunch of co-op extraction shoot. Yeah, obviously. And Bungie is about to launch another one.
Dude,
Bungie is about
Bungie,
to launch
dude.
another extraction shooter.
What's marathon, dude? That marathon game.
Is that thing still coming?
Yeah. And there was the whole rumors of it, like, because originally it was a free to play game, and it still might be, but like there was the whole rumors of like, oh, we can't do free to play anymore. We got to charge people money or whatever. It's
Oof,
like, dude, if you
oof.
guys do that, then you might as well just kill the game now. Like it's not. And here's the thing: I don't know if you remember. I think it was like the beginning of last year when Bungie was having all of the issues, and like there were people ex-employees and even employees, like active employees who were like obviously remain nameless, but
Yeah.
like we're leaking the fact that nobody wants to be working on this game. Nobody, the only people at the studio who believe in that game are like the very higher ups at the studio. No developer putting their code into that game believes in that game, is what the reports were saying. So like they, I don't have a lot of, I don't have a lot of faith in Marathon, honestly.
Jeez. And you're a Bungie fan.
I
I
do.
know that
I love Bungie.
you're
I would love
like
for that game to be good. I'd love for that game to be good and for it to help save Bungie, but I just don't have much hope for that.
jeez. All right. All right. Talk about Mr. Negative over here. Reezy says I'm gonna play the heck out of Enzoy. Hopefully I'll find a thick plumper to marry in the game.
Damn. God bless you.
Um, yeah, you know what, Matt? I'm gonna steal that from you. Dear Reezy, God bless you. That's what I want to say. Fuzzy says people want to try the new Bungie FPS even if it costs $40 or whatever. It's Bungie.
Oh,
I don't know, man.
well, here's the thing. I don't think he's
Are you
wrong.
as
I
sure as
think,
well?
yeah, I don't think he's wrong. I think it's Bungie. Like I said, like I mean, I was in that camp when they were saying it was free to play. Like when they announced that game, I was like, I'm not interested in this at all. But then they said it's free to play. I'm like, I'll give it a shot because it's Bungie.
Yeah.
But if they charge for me, if they charge me $40, I'm not going to try it. But I know for a fact that he's right, that because it's Bungie, dude, they could charge $60 for it. There's going to be a group of people that pay the $60. That's just the way it's Bungie. That's what happens. But like, it's not going to be me. It's not going to be
You
me.
think it'll be enough people? You think it'll be enough people that they can recoup their investment in the
Here's the
game, and
thing.
all these delays and all this time is spent on it?
I think just off of marketing,
Yeah.
off of probably sponsorships, because like just like any new game that comes out multiplayer wise, they have a heavy push with sponsorships on like Twitch and YouTube to get people to play it and everything. And I think if they do that well, I think initially there will be enough people that play it that they can probably call it a success. Now, will they be able to sustain that? Is the game good enough to do that? We don't know yet because we haven't even really seen the game other than a weird CG trailer. So who knows? But I think if they do all the things right that multiplayer games do, then they should be able to have good initial success. I have Fuzzy Tomato. I promise you, I won't. I promise you, I don't have. I can't.
That's about to cave.
I can promise you amounts of money I can't even fathom that I will not cave for Marathon.
I'm with Fuzzy. I think I think you'll
Well,
cave.
I mean I'm ready to be a quadrillionaire or some shit because
Jeez.
I'm not trying to like I'm at the point with Marathon after hearing all the reports about it that even if it was free, I'd
Yeah.
probably be on the page on like Xbox or something, and I'd probably be like looking at the download button going, eh, eh.
Just because it's an extraction shooter.
No, just because of the reports you hear about it. Like
Oh, okay.
like all the developers hate it. I'm not dying to play it. So I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. If it's free, I'll
That's
give
not
it
a
a
good
shot.
sign.
But that's all I can say. That's like the only thing I can guarantee. I'm not spending money on that.
That's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. If the people that worked on the game are not into it, they're not feeling it, that's an issue. Um, but it's funny because people are saying, oh, using the same logic that you and
Mhm.
I are using, the fact that the
Yeah.
Ubisoft developers had to like essentially not tell people that they're working on Assassin's Creed because of harassment or whatever. Turns
Yeah.
out there was no need because Assassin's Creed is pretty good. Speaking of Assassin's Creed,
Mhm.
before we get into the deep dive for this game, did you see Elon Musk and what's his face? Who's the
I
other
saw
guy?
some
And Grumps.
screenshots.
They
Yeah,
got destroyed.
bro. Like they really shit on Elon, but dude, they tore Grums apart.
They
They
cooked him, bro.
tore that fella apart. That was unfortunate for Grums. What'd they say to Grums? Like Grums was talking shit on the game, and he's like, "At least we
They
shipped our
said,
game."
yeah, they said our game is out. Oh
Yeah,
my
that's nuts.
god.
That's
And
that.
and Grums is coping. He's coping in his tweets, talking
hmm
about, oh, they botted all these likes. It's not
Yeah, that's what
it's
they
not
did.
real people. I'm like,
Yeah, that's what they
my
did.
guy. I I,
There's no
I
way
didn't
this many
even
people dislike me. It's just not possible. It's not real. Yeah, okay.
bro. Like I woke up in the morning, Matt. That was the first thing. Like as soon as I turned on Twitter and I was having my coffee at the office, I turned on Twitter. 5 or 6 people. That was all I was seeing. Just people
hmm
cooking, cooking, roast
Yep.
mutuals of mine, absolutely dying from the destruction that was Grums.
Bro,
So,
that shit was
from
hilarious.
from me personally, what I will say about for this situation, for me personally, my mutuals, they're not bots, bro. They are
No.
real people,
Nah, dude.
and I am seeing real people losing their minds, people laughing, just fucking. But first, you know what? Let's do this. Let me put this up on screen because you know what? I think
Well,
moments like this need to be celebrated.
here's how I know that that's not bots. Is that I have not logged into Twitter outside of like checking your messages
Yeah,
and DMs and everything. I have not logged into Twitter and scrolled or seen anything in over 2 months. And I know that this happened because somebody posted screenshot. Not somebody, many people
including
posted.
myself included, bro.
Yeah, posted screenshots of this everywhere. Blue Sky. I saw something about it on YouTube. Like I saw some shit about it when I opened my internet browser and like how they give you like articles like Ubisoft
That
claps
shit
back
was
at
trending.
Elon Musk. Dude, it was everywhere, and it wasn't just that wasn't bots. That was people doing it. That was people.
No, sir. No, sir. So the first one that we need to highlight here is Grum's posted this, says you can tell a lot about Ubisoft with how much money they're throwing at terrorist platforming streamers. All right, first off, right, let's deal
Terrorist
one thing at a time.
That's a wild accusation.
Also true,
What
also
happened
true.
with the terrorist platforming? Was there a terrorist platform? What's going on?
No, no, no. With he said with how much they are throwing at terrorist platforming streamers. So Hassan himself is not a terrorist, but
Oh, okay,
he did platform terrorists.
that's not good.
Yeah. So that's one thing.
Okay.
Sure, whatever. Let's give Grams his mini dub, right?
hmm
It's a little one, but it's true. It's true. He did platform terrorists, and that's fucked up. Cool, whatever.
Okay.
And then Elon comes in here and starts chiming in. Says Hassan is a fraud. Sellout would be more accurate. Objectively, he is promoting a terrible game just for the money. So this is some dumb shit. This is some dumb shit
Yeah.
because streamers, how are streamers supposed to make money, Elon? Like you don't think TSWS is going to absolutely jump at the opportunity to to receive money to play video games? We do it for free, my guy. You're not saying anything, saying he's promoting a game just for the money. And then comes the coup de grace. Assassin's Creed responds, Is that what the guy playing your Path of Exile 2 account told you?
That's beautiful.
Completely roasted
That's a
Elon.
moment in
Like,
history right there.
my guys. Matt, I don't need to tell you the context behind this, right?
No, no, you do not. Because I'm very much aware. Because he had the same. People were saying the same thing about him. Or not even people. It came out that the same thing about him with Diablo.
Diablo, it's less provable because when he came online and he was
Hmm.
playing his character,
Hmm.
he was like, yeah, okay, that's probably Elon. That's probably his account. It's probably his character as well. He probably plays the game. The way they caught him with Path of Exile, Matt, is that he tried to do what he did with Diablo as well. But Path of Exile is a whole nother can of worms in terms of complexity and builds that he embarrassed himself essentially. For someone that doesn't know what's going on with Path of Exile, he sounded like he knew what he was doing, but for s- for the for the wizards, the experts at Path of Exile, he was a complete numbskull. He was putting in the wrong like weapons, the wrong magic, the wrong everything was wrong. And then he mentioned that some weapon was just kind of mid, but the guys that play that main Path of Exile were like, dude, that's probably one of the best weapons in the whole game, post game or not. So this guy
Mm.
clearly does not play the game. Do you get me?
No, I
So
get you.
that's how they caught him with Path of Exile 2. That's how the Asmongold thing started, and then Elon took his blue check mark away.
So
Point is,
yeah.
yeah.
No, continue, continue. I'll say that.
Point is, point is, Elon was exposed as a guy that pays people to play his Path of Exile account. So
Mm.
when he said this about Hassan, Assassin's Creed responded. Elon got 30,000 for his post. Assassin's Creed is on 500,000 likes, guys.
Damn. Yeah, it's too bad for Elon.
Jeez,
See,
that is bad.
I I just assume. I mean, like, because here's the thing. Whenever that thing came out about him and Diablo, like everybody's like, "Oh, he loves Diablo," and then people were saying like, "Oh, well, somebody else plays it for him." My uh, my initial reaction wasn't well, no shit. My initial reaction was like, okay, like first of all, like I can imagine that be the case because I mean he doesn't seem like he is just given everything he's been up to. Um, besides what he should be doing, but like he he should be a really busy person. I mean, he doesn't seem like he is, but that's just like I don't know. I don't know his day to day, but like
Damn.
with all that he's in charge of,
Uh
it,
huh.
I would think he's a really busy person. So like when I heard someone plays Diablo for him, I was like, that's weird, but okay, I can see that. And now this whole Path of Exile thing, I'm just like, for me, my problem with it is like, yo, why are you pretending to play the why not just not pretend to play the games? Why not just not talk about the
Yeah.
why not just not talk about the things? And if you do play the game, if you do end up playing the game, then just play the game. You don't have to tell nobody about it. It's not that big of a deal. Why are you pretending to play the things if you're not
And he
really playing
doesn't
it?
he doesn't just want to say that he plays the thing. He wants to say he is one of the best in the entire world
Yeah,
at
that's
playing the
nuts.
thing.
That's nuts because he's obviously not. Like it just there's there's just no comprehensible way he could because like I said, again, looking at his life, he's probably busy. There's no comprehensible way he's like, what was the thing they were talking about with Diablo? He's like a top 100 player or some shit. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
no, he's
yeah.
not. He's definitely not. Why are we saying that he is? Why are we pretending to go along with this thing that he is? It's stupid to me. Um, so I don't know. Did Elon to me just he seems in this perpetual battle with himself to get people to like him, and because he's
He wants it
perpetual
too badly.
yeah, because he's perpetually fighting that battle, it just makes people not like him. It just makes people not like him even more. And then he gets even more desperate for people. It's just like a constant revolving circle of just he needs people to like him, and it's just it's so weird to me. It's so
You,
weird to me.
you know that saying when people say you're doing too much.
Yeah, yes, he's doing way too much. Way too much.
Yeah, that's where we're at. Ty says Assassin's Creed marketing has improved since November, and that's why you see the social media speak with more confidence. Remember, the last gaming company that spoke to Elon was Obsidian, and
Good.
that blew up. That blew up in their face. That's true. This interaction was the opposite. Takes a lot of confidence to do that. Well, some team, yeah, yeah, and you also whoever made the decision to do this, Matt, I'm gonna throw
Mm-hmm.
some shade at your
No,
favorite platform.
my
This
favorite
person needs
platform.
to send their CV to Xbox.
To
That's what they
Xbox,
need to
as
do.
in like Xbox marketing, or you mean
Yeah.
the one person from Obsidian who had a little bit of a
No,
meltdown?
I'm talking about Xbox marketing because this
Oh, I
person
agree with that.
will know how to get people interested in Xbox.
I
We
agree with
need
that.
you see how this guy or gal responded to Elon and Grams. If you go to the Xbox posts, like the official Xbox account, there's always these pricks talking about PlayStation this, PlayStation that. They need to hire someone, right? And be like, yo, your job is to respectfully tear every single one of these pricks to pieces every day. That's your job. Like for example, Matt posts Indiana Jones is coming out on PlayStation, and then Loke, your job is to go into the replies and start bodying motherfuckers, but do it in a funny way, the same way these guys did with Assassin's Creed, because it wasn't personal, but oh my god, it was
It was
vicious.
hilarious.
It
Yeah, I
was
agree with that.
vicious.
I mean, dude, Xbox's marketing for the last decade has just stunk. And
Yeah,
especially since Game Pass, their whole marketing is just Game Pass. They're not even like really marketing Game Pass. Their marketing is just the fact that Game Pass exists. Like that's their entire marketing.
yeah. You need to add some
And
sauce.
you got to do something cuz like everybody who's already there knows about Game Pass. They like Game Pass. It's doing what it needs to do for those people. But like, dude, it's not doing anything for people who don't know about it and will never know
Exactly.
about it because you're not marketing it to them. So like
Exactly.
get some word of mouth going, get some people talking. Social media is huge as shit. Get people talking. It always blows my mind. Like remember back when before the consoles launched, I feel like there
Yeah.
was a little bit of a point where where Xbox, not Microsoft, but Xbox was doing a pretty good job with their social media team where like remember when the leaks for the Series S happened and they posted that like gif of like I don't know like whoops like they seemed like they were having fun with social media and yeah and they just don't seem like they're having a whole lot of fun with social media right now and it's just like I don't know why because you guys have more shit than you've ever had. There's more things to talk about than you've ever had. Just make a post about it every now and then. What's that? I mean, you mean besides Intergalactic or? Oh yeah, dude. Next gen. Well, uh well, you're gonna get. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna play it. I might, but like Ghost of Yote, uh, Death Stranding 2 later this year. I'm excited for. Um, and see, that's the problem. Is like after that, nobody really knows. Like, aren't they working with Kojima on some like espionage thingy? Right? Is that the thing? No, because Kojima's working with Xbox on the whole like weird like game that yeah that looks like an independent film or something, but nobody knows what it is. It's the Overdose game. I think it's officially called Overdose. Um I think so. But like and then PlayStation came out and was like, yeah, we're working with them on I mean, they were doing everything they could do to not call it Metal Gear Solid because I'm pretty sure they can't. But like they were like, it's tactical espionage, and it's like, okay, wonder what that could be. But I can hear him. No one said anything. Hold on, let me find out. Oh my god, my god, whoa, oh my god. That's tragic. They were sitting here and they were just sitting here listening to silence for like 3 minutes. Oh, that's terrible. Although, don't, I mean, if you're still here, look, don't feel bad about that because, dude, the amount of times I've done that on my show, oh, Luke's not here right now. But, guys, the amount of times I've done that on my show, I mean, geez,
All right,
just
all right.
don't feel bad about that, Luke, because dude, I was telling the chat the amount of times I have done that on. I remember going like when this was like when nobody watched my show,
Yeah,
and it was I went like most of the show, probably like out of an hour and a half show, I
yeah.
went like an hour and 15 minutes, and then someone came in and was like, "I don't hear anything," and I'm like, "Well, fuck me."
Oh
Yeah,
no!
and
And
I
you were
was like,
spitting bars the whole time.
I just deleted the episode. I was like, nope,
God damn.
that's too much. But you got it fixed. You got it fixed. It seems I'm gonna double
Damn.
check it on my end, but it sounds like you got it fixed. Yep, you're good.
Well,
We're all good,
all
bud.
right, all right. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Oh man.
Whew. And you went practically the whole show.
I had 15 minutes of people being able to hear.
Good times.
Yep,
Good times. That's
sure
what
was.
makes YouTube awesome. Moments like that, honestly. Uh, Raichi says Metal Gear Survive. Bro, if that's what PlayStation and Kojima make, I might just do something stupid.
They're
I won't get into in any specifics.
Metal Gear Solid 5 remake, and they're gonna do it the exact same way. They're gonna kick out Kojima halfway through.
Oh my goodness, Matt, you're really trying to trigger me right now. No,
They're
no,
trying to
you're not.
keep it authentic. Keep kick. Oh, dude. Okay. So get this: Metal
What?
Gear Solid 5 remake, right?
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Kojima starts it. Kojima starts
Okay.
it. They kick him out.
Uh huh.
Neil Druckmann.
All
Neil
right.
Druckmann.
End of
Neil
topic. End
Druckmann
of topic.
finishes the game.
End of
and
topic.
it
We're going
comes
back
out
to
Loke,
Wildgate.
and it scores a 98 on Metacritic, Loke.
Oh my god!
Oh man, that would be incredible.
Oh no! Why would you, Matt? I thought you liked
I
Neil
would love
Druckmann.
that. I think Neil Druckmann's a really great game
Oh my
director.
god. Okay. Okay.
One of the best.
Let's get back to Wildgate. Screw you.
Mhm.
So now it's not just a trailer. Now we're gonna get details about how the whole game works. Here we go.
I want to tell you about a place
So feel free, Matt. Feel free to
Mhm.
tell me to pause if you have any comments you want to add or questions, etc.
called the Typhon Reach. It's not for the faint of heart, but it's where legends are made. Legends like the Gamma Gang. They did a smash and grab on the artifact like nobody's ever seen.
The Gamma Gang.
But first, let's back up. How'd they even make it this far?
Matt,
Ugh.
is it just me? Is it just me? Or does it seem like a whole lot of these games are trying to ape Guardians of the Galaxy?
Maybe, but it's like I didn't even pick up on Guardians of the Galaxy because I mean we're talking about the game. The writing in the game was actually funny and good. This is just very generic voiceover guy. It sounds like they're making jokes. Like the way he's
It
talking
sounds like
sounds
they're
like
trying to make jokes.
exactly like the way they're talking and the inflection with which they're talking and how their pitch is. It sounds like like what you said. They're trying to make jokes, but it's not making me
It's not
laugh at all.
landing.
It's making me frustrated. Is what it's doing.
Well, get ready for more frustration, Matt. Here we go.
Okay.
When you're in the Reach, you're after one thing: the artifact. The most valuable object
You got that
in the
one?
known universe. And if you're brave or stupid enough to go after it, you won't be alone. Be the first crew to find it, snatch it, and pass through the Wildgate, or be the last crew left standing. It all starts with your ship. Whether you're mining asteroids, scanning for loot, or battling borders, the right ship isn't just a choice. It's your edge in the fight to stay alive. You could go big with the Bastion, packed full of gadgets and guns, but they'll see you coming a light year away.
Matt, do you prefer this system?
No.
Because when I first saw this, I was like, oh, okay, so you get to build your own ship. That sounded interesting. Now it's like they have pre-made ships, and then you just have to pick like the model or the class of ship that you're going to go with.
I mean, it makes sense for this game because it's like if you let people build their own ship, then they would all just build the most ridiculous thing ever. And
But would that be more fun though?
I mean, yeah, I guess, but it would be a lot less balanced. And this is a multiplayer game, and it's all about balance, and you can't do that. You could probably make custom servers where you could do that, but like,
Probably.
I mean, this whole, what is
All
that?
right.
I mean, what? Yeah, all right.
It looks like a goat. It looks like a goat or a rabbit.
I don't know what that is, dude, but it stinks.
Looks like a hornless goat, or maybe it's a dog. I don't know. All right, let's play.
If that's a dog,
Or go
then
small.
no. If that's a dog, then I'm a millionaire, and that's not a dog, and I'm not a millionaire.
Matt is not a fan, ladies and gentlemen. Matt is not a fan.
All with a hunter.
No.
Just don't get caught, because those shields will not last. Remember, your ship is your lifeline. You lose your ride, it's mission over. Your crew, on the other hand, can handle whatever the Reach throws at them. Armed with the right weapons, tools, and special skills. It's all hands on deck. That's one
You know
thing
what
the
I
Gamma
will say?
Gang understood.
Yeah.
This looks better to me. Seeing more of this looks better to me than Concord now.
Yeah. It looks like
Because
it's gonna be more fun.
yes, because and the big thing is the art style It doesn't. It knows its art style and it's leaning into its art style. And Concord did not have an art style.
It
And
did have an art style. It's
no,
just
it
a bad
didn't.
one.
No, it didn't. It didn't have an art
Huh?
style. Its art style was photorealism, and that's not an art style.
Okay.
Good. It's not about sticking to one job. It's about supporting your crew, mining for resources, keeping the engines running, putting out fires. Every crew member counts. Because when things start to heat up, it's either you or them. The Reach is a living, breathing death trap. Cosmic storms, reach leeches, lava asteroids, and space mines. To get a handle on what's out there, you're gonna need to scout ahead. Probes are your best bet to map the area. Locate hazards, supplies, and hidden treasures. It's also how the Gamma Gang stayed one step ahead of the other crews. Fuel and
Probes.
ice. Without them, the job gets a lot tougher. If your reactor overheats, you'd better have ice on hand to cool it down.
But where are you gonna find the time to do all of this during one specific mission, Matt?
I think the missions will be pretty big. I think big as in like I could see like booting this up and playing a single game taking 25 minutes. 25 minutes. I could see that being the
From start
case.
to finish.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that is if they're gonna be doing all the stuff they're talking about in one round. Like, if that's all you're gonna be doing, you're gonna need a lot of time to do that. So,
Yeah, man.
I would assume it's a pretty big mission. I hope.
All right.
And fuel gives your ship the extra boost it needs for a quick getaway. Running out won't leave you stranded, but trust me, without it, you're as good as Reach dust. If you want to pull this off, you'll need the best loot you can find. All over the Reach are lost caches of cutting-edge ship upgrades, powerful weapons, and gear that gives you the upper hand. But do not get cocky. The better the goods, the tougher they'll be to grab. This place is teeming with vicious little surprises. Grab what you can and make it quick, because those other prospectors could crash the party at any moment. Which reminds me, watch your back, because those rival squads will try to board your ship. Keep your guns loaded, your multi-tools ready to repair. They'll do everything they can to try to sabotage you. Don't let them. Now, back to the big score. The artifact. You never know where it'll pop up, or what kinds of hell you'll have to go through to get it. Many prospectors went in that day, but only the Gamma Gang came out. But it wasn't over yet. They made a mad dash for the Wildgate, and the other crews were hot on the tail. Which brings us back to here. Now, the Gamma Gang did make it to the Wildgate, but I never said they made it through. They had the guns, the fuel, the upgrades. The plan was perfect. Or so they thought. Because there was one thing they didn't expect. Me. That's the Reach, kid. I didn't play fair. And you don't have to either. Because out here, the only plan that counts is the one you make up on the fly.
Well, Matt.
No.
No?
No. No.
Damn, because since the Gamma Gang is so lame. Wow.
The Gamma Gang. Like, again, that's one of those things. It felt like Peter Parker narrated that. It felt like a comic book version of Peter Parker narrated that, and I didn't particularly care for it. It felt like somebody trying to do Nolan North, but they weren't very funny. I didn't like it. But I'll say this: the game looks better than when you showed it to me the first time. After watching that, I'm still not interested really, but I'm more interested than I was when you first showed me the thing earlier.
Yeah, because at first you were like a vampire and garlic. You were not interested. Now it's like, oh, okay, it's not terrible.
It doesn't look terrible. And who knows? Maybe like people who love extraction shooters are watching this. Like, this looks fucking amazing. Maybe that's what's happening. But like, I don't love extraction shooters. So,
as a genre.
yeah, so I'd be the wrong guy to even ask about this. But it's just the art style looks pretty cool. It looks kind of like a very vibrant game,
Mm-hmm.
which is appealing to me because I have horrendous ADHD and I like bright colors. Um, but outside of that, I can't imagine myself really playing this to be real, but I don't know. Who knows? I guess anything can happen, I guess, but I don't know.
Not exactly a glowing endorsement.
Yeah.
All right,
But
that's
you're
fair enough.
dying to play it.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Honestly, the only reason I was interested in this was when I found out that these are the guys that made Blizzard, essentially.
So these are like the founders of Blizzard who
Yeah, yeah,
okay. Well, I hope it works out. Hopefully they have a successful game and they get to make another one.
yeah. I think it's Mike Morhaime, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
I mean, that sounds familiar, but I don't know.
Yeah. So that's why when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, okay, this might be something interesting to discuss. Might be something interesting to watch." But when I started watching it, I was like, you know what? Maybe this is like, okay, I was definitely this is not for me, but maybe Matt might like it.
No,
But like
no,
for me, not even wish listing it, bro. I don't
no.
care.
Dude, my wish list is quite exclusive. I have to there's so many games that I am excited for that I don't wish list. I have to be I have to be like obsessed with the thing for me to even think about wish listing it.
Really,
Um yeah, my wish list is I'm gonna see if I can find my wish list right now. But yeah, my wish list is pretty exclusive in terms of like games that are coming out.
mine is not very exclusive. For me, if I'm just interested in it, you're going straight into the wish list.
Yeah, like if I'm interested in it and it's already out, then it might go into the wish list. But like in terms of like things that are on the horizon,
Yeah.
I have to be I have to be dying to play that game for it to be in my wish list.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Welcome in. Jacob Novak says, "Hi, Matt and Loke. Hey, how are your cyber assassins coming along, Loke?" They're not. that was
Mm.
that was like a side plot that you created, and I didn't finish the story. I'm actually thinking about making like my own comic book, but
Oh, nice.
I don't have an artist for me to like properly venture into it. So who knows?
Nickelodeon. Just get in touch with Nickelodeon.
With who?
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
I might have to like I don't think do they work with like independent people?
I mean, it's always a first.
Yeah, sure, but sure. Let's look at this review here from Game Rant for the first Berserker Kazan. They gave it 8 out of 10. Um, game's coming out tomorrow. Developer is Neopal, publisher Nexon. So the pros: intense, challenging, rewarding boss
Uh,
fights. Ex- okay, not exactly what you like, Matt.
no,
All right.
I just saw the first con.
Okay. Exciting combat built around a forgiving parrying system. Can confirm. Can confirm. Clever summoning system. I didn't get to the summoning part when I was playing the demo, but okay. Interesting blend of art styles give it a unique look. Yeah, the art style is, for me, it's top tier. Easy mode. Okay, so now cons. Easy mode is brutally difficult and may not serve its intended purpose. What?
That's funny because, dude, I was looking
So
at reviews and all the people were like, I'm so glad there's an easy mode. I'm actually able to play this.
maybe the person that reviewed this is just not a
Yeah, they might
Souls
just
like.
not be that great at it.
Yeah, yeah. Side content recycles main quest areas and bosses. Oh, that sucks.
Is it an open world or is it just a linear thing?
It's open-ish. It's
Hmm.
open-ish. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's open world like Elden Ring. I would say it's open in, like, yeah, think of Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls
I
3 is
I
open.
beat the first boss in Dark Souls 3. That's as far as I got.
Oh, so
So,
you didn't like get to see it open up.
nope, did not.
Okay. Well, all I will say is that it's open, but not really. It's weird to explain
Gotcha.
that. Think
Did
Resident Evil.
which
Like
one?
Resident Evil Village.
I have it, but I haven't really played it. But I've seen it, so yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's open, but not really. That's essentially what it is. And
Gotcha.
here I'm going with the demo that I played. Right, I'm trusting that the
Mm.
demo is just going to give you more of sorry, the main game is going to give you more of what was on the demo. Hey, Ushers, welcome in. Says, who are we pole jockeying today? Kazan, the first berserker. That's who we're pole jockeying
It,
today.
this first review I see on Steam. As a 50-plus-year-old father with diminishing hand-eye coordination and limited playing time, thank you so much for easy mode. This game is so much fun.
Done, Matt. That's all you
There,
needed to know, bro.
there you
Forget.
go.
You know what? Let's toss aside screen rant. Clearly, they gave the Souls game to someone that doesn't play Souls likes, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. I don't understand what the hell that was about.
It's a good choice.
Ty is saying that was his review. Not unless your name is not unless your name is Dalton Cooper, Ty.
I could see
I,
Ty's name being Dalton Cooper.
does he look like a Dalton Cooper to you?
Kinda. I mean, there's a lot of Dalton Coopers in the world. Some of them could look like Ty. At least one of them needs to look like Ty.
Oh my goodness. Well, all I'll say, Matt, is I'm very sorry to everyone
Hmm.
who follows me. Um, Now that I'm playing on PC, I now have the ability to to share games, to share like gameplay. Obviously, I can't share like a lot, right? But I now have the ability to share games, or sorry, gameplay, and I'm gonna be spamming my timeline just with Kazan the whole fucking time. Just Kazan, nothing else. Just spamming until South of Midnight comes out, and then when South of Midnight comes out, I'm gonna be spamming South of Midnight. If I get it on PC, if I get it on Xbox, then I'll just talk about it. But
You
even
can't share
even
it from
Cap,
Xbox?
no. Remember, Xbox doesn't have the Twitter feature anymore.
Do you not? Okay, dumb question because I think it's probably to do with where you're located. Do you have the
What?
app, like the
Do I have the
Xbox
Twitter
app?
app?
No, the Xbox app.
I used to have it, but it's not in my region anymore. The same way I used to have PC
Ooh,
Game Pass, but it's not in my region anymore. Because
yikes!
Africa is not a real place anymore. Remember?
So, do you
At least
have?
not Mozambique.
Is OneDrive in your region?
Yeah, yeah. OneDrive's in my region, definitely.
I would say if you did something really awesome on Xbox and you need to share it, upload it to OneDrive, and then get it from OneDrive and share it.
I don't like the extra work.
Well, I mean, hey, that's fair.
Yeah, I want the boxes that I spend money on to make my life easier. Don't give me work. I just jumped on PC. I went to the Microsoft store and I was like, get a video game capture and sharing. Showed me a bunch of apps. I downloaded one of them. I paid for it, and guess what? It just fucking works.
I
I
don't even know
start
if
my
you need.
game up, whether it's on Epic, whether it's on Steam, whatever. The
Yeah,
EA Play, the game just gets captured. My recording gets properly packaged into 1 minute bite-sized pieces because I don't pay for Twitter Blue, and I'm done.
nice.
I, I pay for convenience, brother. This thing about, oh no, why don't you just connect, like buy an external hard drive, format the hard drive, make it so your recordings go to that hard drive, and then take out the hard drive. Now plug it in your PC. Now extract. Now put on Twitter. Nah, nah.
The only way you should get an external hard drive for recording stuff on your console is
Yeah.
if you're recording long form, like long hour long videos of gameplay to put on podcasts. That's the only reason. That's the only reason I have that is to do that. That's it.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I'm
like I
talking
would
about like
never.
1 minute stuff, 30
Yeah,
second stuff.
yeah, I would never do that. I would never get an external hard drive to extract a 30-second clip to upload it to Twitter. That's some serial killer stuff.
There's some freaks out there. Vincent
Yeah.
Vega, welcome in. Welcome in. Jacob says, speaking of Nickelodeon, a terrible tasting Krabby Patty, from what I've heard. I don't know.
The
I didn't
nasty
know
patty.
Nickelodeon.
Oh, he says interesting fact: the SpongeBob creator's only wish was that he didn't want the food. Yeah, I remember this. He didn't want the food and the show to be turned into real restaurant food. They broke his wish after he
Oh,
died by making the Krabby Patty with Wendy's. I remember hearing that, and
oof.
when that came out, I remember when that came out. We stopped at Wendy's one night to get some food, and I saw that on the menu, and like
Yeah.
the kid in me was like, I want to get that, but then I remembered exactly what he said there, and I was like, I'm not getting that off of principle. I'm not gonna get that.
Really?
Yeah, because that's so bullshit to me. That like the dude, he's like that's like he didn't have
Come
many
on, Matt.
demands. He didn't have
Come
many
on, Matt.
demands. He did
The
not have many.
corporation, the corporation did what all corporations always do.
Absolutely.
Come on.
But my thing is he didn't have many demands when it came to SpongeBob. And he was the creator of it. His like the biggest demand he had was that just don't like make a Krabby Patty with restaurants. And then like instead of like having the balls to like negotiate it with him while he was alive, they're like, we'll just
You're
wait
like,
till you
I
fucking die and then we'll do
damn.
it. I'm just like, Nickelodeon, you're kind of shit for that. You're kind of shit for that.
Kinda.
Yeah, you're
Just
not very
kinda.
cool. Not very cool for that, Nickelodeon.
Man says kinda.
Yeah, a piece of shit. Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
SpongeBob was the
I,
goat was the goat when I was a kid though.
it was okay.
No, SpongeBob was the goat. SpongeBob was the best of my childhood. SpongeBob was the best. It's either SpongeBob or Rugrats are like the
Well,
best kid
if I have
shows.
to pick, then it has to be SpongeBob because I never really got to be like exposed to the Rugrats.
Bro,
Well, I
I
did
was
see them like they would come up on TV, but I never used to watch it.
I was exposed to the Rugrats, brother. I was obsessed. I don't know if I ever told you, but I have um
A
shit.
plushie? Do you have
No,
a
no, no.
Rugrats plushie?
No. I have. Well, now what I'm gonna say is gonna be so different from what you just said. But I have autism, specifically Asperger's. And
Okay.
and like so when I was a kid, it was like really fucking intensified. So like when I liked something when I was a kid, I got really obsessed with it, like unhealthy kind of.
Yeah.
And Rugrats was one of those things. Rugrats was one of those things. Halo, when I first played Halo, was one of those things, and SpongeBob was one of those things.
Nice. Nice. I spend too much time on the road, so I have a problem with attachment.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have
Hmm.
the opposite. I have the opposite of attachment. I quickly detach. That's my
Ooh.
problem. I can like something, someone will ruin it, and I'll be like, okay, whatever. Everything ends anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I had a very nihilistic point of view. But yeah, that's Kazan, the first Berserker. You guys make sure to get it. Uh, as Matt said, it's a Souls like, but there's 50-year-olds who don't have the reflexes anymore, and they're touting the accessibility of the easy mode on the first Berserker Kazan. So please do not be intimidated. Look at that art style. Imagine yourself doing all this cool shit and getting all wrapped up in this weird story.
Mm.
I think this is a day one for most people that even if you're not a Souls like fan, but you like action games, you could play this as an action game if you put it on easy. That's the truth of it. So you all make sure to show up for this game. It's out tomorrow. Vincent says I will enjoy this game without Denuvo.
Is that a
All
thing?
right,
Does
so
it have de novo? Or
yeah,
he's doing
yeah,
that?
yeah,
That's too bad.
yeah. But usually with these types of games, that they'll usually take it off after a couple of months after release. So,
Sure.
well, I would say if the whole de novo thing is very serious, if it's a serious problem for you, I'm not even trying to judge anyone. If that's a problem for you, then wait it out. They'll probably remove it in a couple of months, and you can get right back to it. Is that a problem for you, Matt? I'm curious.
De novo, is it a problem for me? It's only a problem for me if it's a game that I'm not dying to play. There's a
Okay.
lot of games that had the Nuvo at launch that I was dying to play, and
And you're
and
like,
I
I don't care.
yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
If it's something I'm mildly interested in, then it's kind of a problem because I'd rather not
Yeah.
deal with it. Yeah,
With kernel level.
Vince Vega says it's an ethical problem. I'd like a copy to work without the internet, that's yeah, that's kind of
That's
my
fair.
stance. That's kind of my
That's
stance
fair.
on it. But
Yeah.
but also I'm kind of a bitch, and if the game is great, I'm not gonna, you know, whatever. My ethics are out the window. If the game's great.
I mean, if it's Death Stranding 2, for
Yeah,
me personally, if it's Death Stranding 2 on PC day one, and it's like, yeah, but there's de novo. Sorry, Vince.
yeah. I'm
I'm
not.
I'm I'm dealing with de novo. It's not a problem. Let's make a deal. Let's have a conversation, de novo. Let's talk. Let's talk. It's me and you. It's me and you, de novo. It's me and you. Let's go. Um,
Yeah.
but to each their own. To each their own. I'm not gonna sit here and like I'm the guy that was triggered by shops in game shops in single player games when we're talking about Assassin's Creed with Osha Sentai. It's something that just irks me. Like I hate it every time. Every time I see it, I hate it. So good on you, Vince. Stay strong, brother. Stay strong. Me, meanwhile, I'm weak. I'm weak at my knees when it comes to Kazan. I've already caved in, brother. I've It's too late for me. Let's get into the next piece of news here. Game Informer is back, and the whole team is returning with it, thanks to a new owner, Neil Blomkamp's video game studio. So the headline says everything. Game Informer is back.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Hell yeah.
do they have anything on the frequency here? Okay, so Game Informer is now operating under a new entity called Game Informer Inc., and the over 30-year history of the website has returned after being shut off in August last year. The team also chose to not leave a gap in their coverage, so they have dozens of new reviews from games that were released during Game Informer's hiatus and their Best of
Ooh.
2024 awards ready to go. And yes, Game Informer's print magazine will also be returning, but at a later date. Miller said the team wants it to be bigger and better than it was before. In the coming weeks, Game Informer will also add membership and subscription benefits and expanded scope to our video streaming and feature coverage, and a mission to broaden the range of experts and partnerships we tap to bring you those perspectives. All right, so the magazine's coming back at a later date, but Game Informer's back. Matt,
Yo.
did we miss them or what?
Wow. Well, here's the thing. I was bummed when it came out that they were just basically disappearing.
Yeah,
Because I mean, like a lot of people, I would imagine. I grew up with Game Informer. Game Informer was like the magazine. Like I remember going into GameStop when I was like I must have been 10 or 11 or something, maybe even younger than that, and with my mom, and they were like they sold us on the Game Informer magazine, and I got that magazine every every however long. I think it was a monthly thing if I'm not mistaken, but like
yeah.
every month for until like well after I was 18. I think
Wow.
I think I got that like every month until I was like 20, 21, 22.
Did you have like a
uh,
shelf where you kept them?
well, like I'm not gonna lie, like there were like some magazines where it was like covering a game, was like I don't really care about this game, so it's like I just kind of put it off to the side. If I still have it, I still have it. If it ended up in the trash, ended up in the trash. But like the ones that like I got a box of them somewhere. I would imagine probably in my bedroom closet,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like I remember the Halo 3 one, one for Halo Reach, GTA 4, GTA 5 for that matter. Like Red Dead 2, like certain ones, I know I probably still have them somewhere. I know the Halo 3 one's probably ripped to shit because it came with a bunch of pictures, and I remember ripping them all out and putting them all over my walls,
Oof,
like a maniac.
because that was
Um,
smart.
because I was like I said, I was obsessed with Halo. So like, yeah, I was bummed when they went away, and then I saw this news, and that's awesome. That's awesome. It makes me like. In fact, I'm gonna go on over to the website now and just bookmark it. This, at least for reviews, I'm gonna do what I can to support the reviews on here. As in, like when I see a game I like, I'm going to
Yeah.
go to their website, look at their review. As far as like a written review, like if I want to see a video, then I'll go to YouTube and find whoever I want to watch. But like written reviews, I'll probably check them out off of this website. Um, their news right now isn't really up to date because their latest news is Bungie lays off over 200 employees back in
Yeah,
July.
they're catching up.
Yeah, so like you know when as actual news comes out on the website, I'll probably start transitioning over to here for news from VGC because um, at this point I kind of just put up with VGC. Don't really love VGC.
What's your
Um,
problem with VGC?
the same problem I have with every news outlet. for video games. It's just like, okay, so if I go to VGC right now, let me go here. Of course, it takes me to some weird. Okay, whatever. Just go to VGC video. I forgot I have to type in Video Games Chronicle. It's
I can't
insane.
breathe. I can't breathe.
So you go to news and it's like,
Man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. Your voice of exasperation is so good. It's so like I would pay to watch you get frustrated. I'm just being honest.
oh shit, maybe one day. Um,
Anyway,
Cristiano, like I always say his name wrong. Ronaldo
okay.
will be a playable fighter in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Now, I'm sure there's people who care about that. I know there's people who
Oh,
care about that.
come on. Are you
I
saying that's
know.
not relevant?
I
That is
know there's people
relevant.
who care. And again, I'm not even saying it's not relevant because it's relevant to a video game. I'm just
Okay.
saying I went to their news website, and on their news website, like on their website, under the news, I can see like so many things. Like, and if I click on Xbox, I'll get stuff like right here. The first thing I clicked on Xbox, PlayStation Plus essential games for April. Why are you showing me that shit? Clicked on Xbox. What's wrong with you? Like and it's the same thing for it happens on IGN, it happens everywhere. And here's the thing, it'll probably happen on Game Informer also. But at least with Game Informer, I give a fuck about Game Informer. I have a soft spot for them just off of nostalgia. So I'll put up with it if that is the case. Hopefully it isn't, but I don't have a soft spot for VGC. I sure as hell don't have one for IGN or Game Rant or whatever other insert generic website. So like hopefully their news portion of the website is good. It's actually categorized properly,
Hmm.
unlike most other websites. And I can be happy using that as a news source.
All right. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. My soft spot is definitely with IGN. And what you're saying, you're not lying, right? I've been frustrated several times. I'll click on IGN and it's stuff about TV shows, movies,
Yes.
celebrities, and I'm like, I don't like. I'm not here for that. It's not that I don't care about movies at all, but
Sure, absolutely.
I'm not specifically on IGN to hear about the next movie, about the next Marvel movie, right?
Hmm.
So you do have a point there. And even though I'm definitely a big IGN stan, it is a problem. Let's see.
Yes.
Let's see if your friends cannot embarrass you. Because every
Fingers
time I see
crossed.
an article, every time I see an article on VGC that's not video game related, Matt, guess who I'm tagging? Take a wild guess who
Who
I'm
you
sending that
tagging? You
link to.
sending that to Ryan McCaffrey or something? I don't know. Who you tagging?
I'm sending it to your capping ass
Don't send
acting
it
as
to me.
if
I just told you
VGC.
VGC stinks. They all stink. I just told you this. I just think
No, not
VGC's.
VGC. I'm saying Game Informer.
Oh,
Where
Game
the
Informer.
next
Okay,
time, the next time I see a Game Informer article that's not strictly talking about video games, I'm sending that article to you, and
that's
I want
fair.
you to explain yourself.
Well. Here's the thing. Like I said, they might fuck it up also. But here's the good news.
Okay.
Uh, when I go to their news, granted it's old news, all of it, but like when I go to their news tab, all of their news is is about video games. All of it. Like the only thing that the thing that is least about video games is it says actor Tony Pankhurst, the face of the curator and the Dark Pictures anthology, has died. So it is about this
But it is
it
about video games, though.
exactly. It's about this actor played a character in these video games. That actor is dead. So even like a news article like that, they've tied it to video games as opposed to like Here's a new trailer for some bullshit TV show. Like, I don't like that
Yeah,
stuff. Don't
that's
like
like,
that.
come on, guys. What are we doing? What are we
All of
doing?
this stuff is about video games, and that's the thing I want. That is exactly what I want.
All right, that's fair enough, man. It's fair enough that you just want a video game site only. Ty, I'm guessing me and Matt's discussion has elucidated you on what Game Informer is. Sapo, welcome. It says I remember an article being about Obama's birthday, but center page they were talking about that. Oh my goodness! All right, all right, all right. Vince says IGN is so good at reviewing TV shows and movies. They gave Invincible season 4 finale a 4 out of 10. Oh my god! Is it season 4 or season 3? I think it's season 3, bro. I think it's currently on season 3, not season 4. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
What does IGN stand for? The N is news, right?
I think. Oh my god! I can't believe I'm not even sure what IGN
I'll look
stands
this
for.
up.
I think it's International Gaming Network.
Imagine Games Network. I would have never guessed
Imagine
that.
Games. Nice. Okay.
Imagine Games Network, where we talk about
Yeah.
TV shows and movies. Fuck you. Does it make sense? No, it doesn't need to, because we make so much money. Fuck you.
Okay. Okay, Matt. Tell us how you really feel about
I
IGN,
feel
Matt.
like IGN is a fraud company. A
I was
fraud
being
company run by frauds, produced entirely for fraudulent individuals. They're here, dude. I bet you
oh my god.
IGN's laundering money. IGN's laundering money. I bet you. I'm gonna throw that out there. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Okay. We're not going to pursue this line of topics.
I mean, it's probably not true, but it's also definitely not true.
It's definitely not true, man. That's what it is. It's definitely not true. Let me give you a classic sign of someone that's laundering money, Matt. They ain't hurting for cash.
It's IGN. IGN's not hurting for cash.
Layoffs, bro. Remember when they purchased all those websites and it was a bunch of layoffs? If they weren't hurting, everyone would have stayed on. Everything would have been fine.
How'd they purchase all those websites? Did they do that with cash or something?
Yeah, they did it with cash, of course.
Okay. I'm just curious.
It
Just
takes
wondering.
more money to maintain than it does to purchase, Matt.
I'm just saying there's no definitive proof that it's not a criminal operation. That's all.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Let's look at a video game trailer because I can't afford, right? I can't afford the money to pay a lawyer to protect TSWS. I can't afford it. Right now I can't do it.
We're just having fun.
Jacob Novak says Loke the money launderer exposed, boom.
That's right.
I guess it's time for some exposure. Let's look at this trailer. This trailer is for Soul Slinger. This is a Wild West themed roguelite first person shooter. It will leave early access and launch for PC, Steam. Oh, it's only on Steam. April 17th. Jeez.
Is there a trailer for that, or I mean,
That's
that
what
sounds.
we're looking at now.
It's never fair when someone's taken
great
before
when
their
I
time.
roguelike.
Our deal stands, Soul Slinger. Take down Victor, cut off the head of his cartel, and I will grant your partner's soul return passage from the other side.
Damn. Cartel's not going down without a fight.
I don't know, man. It's looking kind of mid.
This is the most interesting thing I've seen today.
It's the most interesting thing.
Yeah, that I've seen today.
Really? So you're interested in Soul Slinger?
I said this is the most interesting thing I've seen today.
Okay. More than Kazan? More interesting than Kazan?
Yeah, because this would be more up my alley than Kazan.
Oh
Kazan,
yeah, it's a shooter. You're
yeah,
you're you're
I
more
like
into
FPS
shooters.
games. I don't
Okay.
like roguelites, but I love FPS games. So
Yeah.
maybe
Maybe this is a good marriage of the genres for you.
could be. You know what it makes
Well,
me want to play is Witchfire. I might get Witchfire.
man, that's another game that's on my wish list. And I think it was $15 last week. I almost got it, but I
It
was like,
was
dude,
$15 last week. Oh,
but it's
damn.
so many games, Matt. Come on, dude. It's so many games.
No, I was
Like,
talking about for me. I would have got that if I knew it was
oh
15.
yeah, yeah, true, true, true. It was
Damn it, it's
15
back
bucks
to
last week.
40. Son of a bitch.
Oh
Man.
man, that sucks. That sucks. That's
GG.deals. Here I go.
how much is it on GG.deals? Let's see.
Oh, it's only 30. It's not that big of a deal. It's $35.99.
Yeah,
Damn
it's
it.
just $10 off. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. If I had known, I would have said something to you, but I didn't know that you were so like interested in it. But yeah, which fire looks hot. This one looks okay-ish, but I don't know. It looks a bit stodgy. I'm not really feeling the gun movement. Looks a
The
bit stiff.
movement reminds me of Metal Hellsinger, which was great. But
But Metal Hellsinger was smooth, bro. This one,
yeah,
it looks a bit stiff. It feels a bit stiff.
I don't think it looks too stiff. It just doesn't.
No?
I mean, it doesn't look too stiff to me. I don't know. Like, I'm just my only problem with this is the roguelite part. But maybe that part's really good, and I'll really like it. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, that's what game is this? Soul Slinger, coming out April 17th. If you're only playing on PlayStation or Xbox, apologies. Turns out Steam does have some exclusives. I don't understand. I thought every
Is
game
that
on
early
PC was on
access?
console. That's the full game. It's the full
Soul
game.
Slinger.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nuts. Soul Slinger of Envoy of Death right now
Yes.
is $18. Early access.
You pay $18 for early access, or
It's $18. It's an it says it's 17.99 and it's an early access game.
okay. It's an early access game. So it's not the
Yes.
full game.
Well, early access is the full game. It's just like they're working on it all
As you
like
play.
yeah.
Oh, there's a demo as well.
Yes, that's what I'm looking at. I'm probably going to download this demo and give it a shot.
Yeah, get the demo to see if it's worth. Yeah, yeah. I think it might be worth checking out the demo just to see if it's worth the $17.
Because if it is, then I'll probably get this and then wait for Witchfire if I like this.
You know what? Let me add the demo as well to my. Let me download the demo so I can give it a go. Uh, Speaking of demos,
Hmm.
I did play a game that it's not early. It's not a demo. What is it? Hold on. Let me try and find this game. Shadow of the Road. I think it's an alpha. No. Okay, I asked for a playtest. Yeah, they let me playtest it.
Hmm.
But I think you guys can still request if you want.
Are you allowed to say it?
No, no.
Gotcha.
What I'll do is I'll open I'll open the website
Mhm.
that's about it.
Okay.
then and then they can. I'm sure they have another deal with the developer. It's called Shadow of the Road. It's a turn-based game.
Halo Infinite 2. Let's go.
Halo Infinite 2. What?
I can't wait. I'm hyped.
No,
I might have to
no.
sign up for a playtest of that.
Imagine, imagine me being in a situation where I get to play test what's it?
Halo Infinite 2.
Halo Infinite 2. That's crazy, man.
Have you signed up to Keymailer?
I have not. I don't even know how to sign up to that.
You should definitely do that. Cause like, I mean, I haven't gotten any like big things, but like every now and then they'll send me an email like, here's for like a smaller game, here you can like check this out or whatever if you want.
Interesting.
But I would highly recommend looking at that. Like you can request games and stuff. I mean, I remember I requested Starfield. Obviously I didn't get it, but like you can request shit like that. And
And then they will
maybe
evaluate like the size of your platform and
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, you guys got over 1,000 subs. In fact, I mean, probably won't be too long till you're at 2K, and you guys keep growing.
Probably
So I
not.
mean, you guys,
Yeah.
you might be able to get something nice over there.
Yeah. So I requested to playtest this one, and I did get it. I got access, and I was playing the demo. It's a very nice turn-based game. Um, a lot of turn-based games. For me, one thing that I don't like is when they give you like percentage chance. Oh my God, Ron Slasher! No, I'm not going to ask to playtest Dustborn 2. The fuck out of here with that.
You
Um,
should.
I was you should. I was saying a lot of turn-based games complicate things for the sake of it, but it doesn't add to the game
Mm,
itself. This one for me, it's a very good balance between the complications and the intricacies of like the different units that are on the board and the extra moves that you can make and whatever. Plus, it's but it's still direct to the point where you can, you know,
yeah.
you can understand it and master it, and it's so fun. I like the story. It's an interesting take on the Shogun era and the mini civil war that they had there, but now it's got like mechs and stuff mixed in there. It's wild.
That mech thing made it kind of look like Wasteland a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? That's not a bad shout. Wasteland is like the cousin of this game. You can request a playtest of this game, Matt, directly from Steam. You don't have to send any emails, no nothing.
Hmm.
You can just search for them on Steam. But I don't know, is like turn based for you? From what you're seeing here, are you interested or?
Turn based for me, depends. I'm very picky with turn based. I like the setting. I mean,
Okay.
if like of all settings, feudal Japan is kind of. I don't really. Feudal Japan is one of those things that seems like it's hard to mess up. It's like there's so much cool shit in that era,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so many
Yeah.
different weapons and ways to kill people. Obviously, it looks like you're definitely killing people, and this the guy just shoved them off of a cliff right there. So, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if I'm not a big turn-based fan, but if I were to play turn-based, this would probably catch my eye. Like, um, stuff like this would definitely be on my radar.
Yeah. From what I've played on the playtest, for me personally, this looks like a day one. As long as it's not more than $50,
I
I'm
don't think
not
it's gonna be
willing
more
to
than
pay
50
more than
bucks.
$50. Yeah.
Especially if they're doing early access for it. This will probably, if I'm guessing, this will probably be 30 at most.
Yeah. Yeah, if that's the price range, Matt, I'm copping. I am copping day one. I'm pre-ordering, in fact. This one is
Nice.
definitely one of my jams, and it doesn't have the issue that I had with XCOM 2, where it's like, oh yeah, you can go and do fights and whatever, but also time's running out, motherfucker.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
I
well, what
never
do you
tried
mean
XCOM.
time's running out?
Never tried that. Although I have a
Yeah,
couple friends who love, like, are obsessed with XCOM.
that's where it's all. That's where I've always failed with XCOM. It's always been. It hasn't been like with the ground troops, the troops on the ground. The issue has always been I end up running out of time. That's how I always
Hmm.
lose on XCOM.
Is this game
Davies
called
says
Shadow
Shadow of the
of
Road.
the Road? Gotcha.
Yes. Davies says, Loke, my friend, show us on the door where Dustborn touched you. My friend, my guy,
Right
my
there on his heart.
confidant.
Right there on his heart. That's where it touched him. It changed
Ah
his
man.
life.
Nah man, I really dislike Dustborn.
He'll
Like
never see games same way again after
the
Dustborn.
same way. Now thanks to that.
That really spoiled gaming for him because I don't know how that's I'll
What?
tell you what, Death Stranding 2 has a lot to live up to now after
Oh
you
my
play Dustborn.
goodness. Stop it,
And
Matt.
I don't think Kojima can do it, quite frankly. Would you play, let's say, okay, let's
What?
say, I mean, it's a dumb question because you played it already, like the way it is.
Okay.
But would you do Dustborn 2, right? But it's
Okay.
it's it's the same game, the exact same game.
Okay.
They just make parts of it better. They add a new story, but no, even better yet, because like the thing is, a sequel sometimes is worse than the original. Let's say
Yeah.
Dustborn 2, it's a worse game, different story, made by Kojima. Would you
Oh
would
fuck.
you play it? Would, would you play it?
Ah.
And like it's one of those things, you see the trailer and you're like, wow, this looks so much worse than the first one. But it's Kojima.
Oh fuck. I'll probably play it, I guess. I guess I'll
That's
play.
hilarious. That's hilarious. Man.
I guess I'll play it, man. I don't know. Like I might not. I might not, but off the top of my head or off the top of my heart right now, in this moment, I'm probably pre-ordering Dustborn 2 under those conditions. I'm
That's
probably doing
hilarious.
it. Oh my god. Davies he says Sai was too much of a woman for me. No, Sai was too much of a human for me. In terms of just mass, bro. Is I, I I I wouldn't be able to handle Sai, bro.
I
I
gotta
wouldn't be
look
able
up
to handle
Psy
it.
now. Is that from Dustborn?
Yep. Yep. Bro,
Psy
it's to the point where I know the names of all those characters I know them by heart. Just say the name, I know who it is, and I know why I hate them, Matt.
Psy. That's
You just Google Sai right now.
I did, but I can really only see her face. Um,
Well, try and check
what?
her character model. Try
Let me
and check the
see.
rest of her.
I can't.
Davies
I'm
says she's the
trying to
real.
find.
Davies says she's the real MVP. I just love her thick thighs. She needed a real man, and you couldn't deliver.
Yeah, she thick. She thick.
Get the fuck out of here, Davies. What's wrong with you?
She thick.
I'm not a real man. All right, Matt. What are your thoughts? Are you down? Are you down for Sai?
She definitely. But the thing is, like her face, she looks kind. She like I don't know. You probably don't know who this is, but there's a comedian named Eric Griffin, and she looks like Eric Griffin, kinda
Oof.
in the face. Outside of that, I mean,
Would you hit it?
she pretty fucking thick. I mean, I'm
Are
not.
you salivating, Matt? Are you
I'm not
salivating?
saying I didn't say nothing. I just said she's pretty fucking thick. That's take that how you want to take it. I'm not mad at it. I say God
Okay,
bless
but
her.
answer the question. Answer the question.
I
Vic
say
says I
God.
wasn't man enough. Vic says I
You
wasn't
might
man
not be.
enough.
You might not
Are
be.
you
Well,
man? Are you mad enough for Sai?
I try my best. I try my best, buddy. I'm willing to
Hey
give
man,
her the good old try.
at least you would try. I wouldn't even try. I'd be like, no, thank you.
I mean, I'm like,
No, thank
yes,
you.
ma'am. Huh?
uh, Vince says Dustboard is the kind of thing you'll be mad at when getting denied entry to heaven. Yo, if I don't go to heaven because I played Dustboard, I'm coming to haunt each and every one of the subscribers on TSWS, especially Big Mad Mo. I'm just being honest. I will haunt each and every one of y'all. Sapo says, did you all get your text from Hegseth? If not, he's sending out one this morning. What's that about?
Secretary of Defense, Mr. Peter Hegseth,
Yeah.
apparently he tweeted out, not tweeted. I don't know why I'm saying tweeted. He texted. He was part of a group text where he was like
Okay.
leaking war strategy or war plans, um, to like, I guess I forget the whole story. It's like a journalist was part of the group text or something, and
What the
like he
fuck?
was he was talking about like war plans, and I'm just like, geez, all this stuff sounds like a cartoon at this point. It just sounds so stupid. It can't possibly be
The
real. But
current the current SecDef did that.
the SecDef, Mister Peter Hegseth.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it's not good. It sounds like a parody, but unfortunately, it's reality. So there you go.
That's wild.
Yeah,
That's
no,
wild
it's
stuff.
not good. It's very bad.
Davies says, go after Mo first. Good luck finding me. Oh, I'm gonna get your ass, Reezy. I'm gonna get your ass. I just don't have the buttons. But like Alex says, try to relax your anus. Anyways,
Who says that? What?
it's an in joke.
Oh my
Reezy
god!
knows what I'm talking about. Reezy knows what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Relax.
relax your anus. That sounds
Just
terrible.
yeah. Just relax. Try to relax. I need to get one of those deck thingies with the buttons, Matt.
Get a
Where you
stream.
press
Yeah, stream deck.
buttons. Yeah, where you press buttons and then like certain voices and music come on. I want to get the song like exposed, exposed, exposed. I want to get that song on here. So every time I expose you guys, I just press
You
the
could get one. Those aren't
button.
too expensive. You can get a smaller one for probably like $60. Probably.
I don't know, man. I'm a starving African. I mean, $60 a lot of money, man.
True. I mean, $60
Yeah,
is a decent amount of money, but
yeah. I mean, we can't even get circumcisions around here without help from you guys. So, fuck am I doing buying a stream deck?
having fun.
Anyways, yes, yes, Reezy, relax your shoulders, your shoulders.
Yeah, not your anus.
Ah, no, they go in conjunction, bro.
Oh my god.
Jake.
Well, I'm not asking anything about that.
Jacob says, I'm the Creed Loke. I'm your worst nightmare. I am the cyber assassin. I am you. I am. Whoa. Okay. So, okay. I'm legit scared right now. I'm legit actually afraid. All
Should be.
right. All right. All right. Matt, did you
Hmm.
add Shadow of the Road onto your list?
I have not. Like I said,
Okay.
if
So, you,
it has to be, like I'll give you a little rundown of what's on my wish list right here.
okay. Let's
Um,
see. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Stuff that's not out yet. I have Mouse PI, that like Mickey Mouse FPS game.
Okay,
I
I
got
have zero
that.
interest in that game.
I cannot fucking wait for that game. Clockwork Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot fucking
Ooh,
wait. A
yes.
game called Out of Action, another FPS game, looks absolutely incredible. Doom: The Dark Ages.
Yeah,
Um, and let's see what other unreleased stuff is on here. Perfect Dark and Fable.
that's it.
That's the unreleased stuff on my wish list.
Okay. Your wish list is definitely under control. My
Hmm.
wish list is it's all over the place. I know for a fact I have over 100 games in my wish list.
Shit, yeah. Even stuff that's out, I don't. I probably have less than altogether, probably less than 20 things on my wish list.
Yeah,
No,
I have
no,
over 100
actually, way
things.
more than 20. It says I have 47 things on my wish list. But
Ah,
like,
so you were capping, talking about, oh, I don't
but
just put
but
anything on my wish list.
but I'll put anything that's already out. Like if I'm like let me see. Like I have Code Vein on here because I saw like the art style for it and I was like, yeah, it looks kind of cool, and I just threw it on there. But
Yeah,
like if it's something that's not out yet that I'm waiting for, oh, Gears E Day is also on there as well. But like that's the kind of shit that I put on there that is like not released yet. Is stuff I really, really can't wait for.
that's fair. That's fair. We're not going to get into my wish list, although we can check exactly how many games on my wish list. Let's see. Let's see. How many games does Loke have on his wish list? It's loading.
742.
Jesus, 261 games.
God, dude.
Whew. It's
No,
a lot
I
of
added
games.
another one. I added RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business.
Oh yeah. Oh, speaking of which, actually, let's end the show on this topic. PlayStation Plus is adding RoboCop Rogue City next
Very
month.
big Xbox news right there.
What do you mean? That's big Xbox news. It's not on Game Pass.
That was kind of the joke because of the VGC thing. Under the Xbox news, it showed me that.
Oh, right, right,
Yeah.
right. Gotcha, gotcha. Thoughts on RoboCop going to PS Plus before it goes to Game Pass? Considering Game Pass has been like killing it with just dubs of either day one or very close to release games just going straight to Game Pass. What are your thoughts?
I mean, in terms of that, like, there's a bunch of games that go to PlayStation Plus first. I mean, didn't what's it? Dragon Age Veilguard just went to PlayStation Plus like last month, right?
Yeah, but Dragon Age is a bad game though. That's not like,
Dragon Age is a
come
pretty
on,
good game. I mean, it
not
rated
really
pretty
a bad.
good. Rated pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
So like, I mean, that's good. I mean, in terms of RoboCop, it's good because like more people get to play it, and more people should play it. Because if you haven't played RoboCop, then dude, I don't know what you're doing. If you're
I
someone who
haven't
like,
played RoboCop.
well, you don't like FPS games, but if you're someone who likes FPS games and you haven't played RoboCop, then I legit don't know what you're doing. You need to play it. It's kind of imperative at this point. And even before this, it was kind of imperative considering the fact that it's constantly on sale for like
Eight
10
bucks.
bucks.
I'm
Yeah.
always seeing it go, dude. Last week, no, not last week. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, the day before yesterday. I saw it going for $8. I was like, geez, if I didn't have all these games coming up, I'd probably play it. But
Hmm.
there's so much to play right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That game, like, I didn't grow up watching RoboCop. I've seen RoboCop, but I didn't grow up like I wasn't like a huge RoboCop fan as a kid. But
Yeah,
like there's a good amount of fan service for the movies in that game. And even if you're not a fan of the movies, that game just by itself is so much fun. Like you are literally a walking tank. You are unfucking stoppable. I mean, you can still die, like, and the game can still be a challenge, especially depending on what enemies you're fighting, but you feel unstoppable, dude.
Very
Like
powerful.
it is like an ultimate power trip, that game. It's amazing. And the fact that it's a PS Plus is like, dude, a lot of people subscribe to PS Plus. Hopefully even a quarter of those people play RoboCop because it's so fucking good, dude.
Yeah, I keep hearing it from you, Ham and Cozy. You guys are always raving about RoboCop,
It's great.
so
Dude, even the
I'm looking
story,
forward to it.
like the story and the games like that, I really don't care about story. I just want the gameplay. But
Yeah,
like the fact that the story in that game is actually not only competent, but like
it.
in some parts actually kind of thought provoking and pretty damn good is just a huge bonus. Just a massive bonus.
Nice, nice. All right. Well, it's still on my wish list. But to Fuzzy's point here, Matt, I
Mhm.
found myself in this pickle several times. Even now that I was supposed to just buy Kazan for $60, I was able to buy it for less. Then I bought a whole bunch of other games
Yeah.
to round out the 60. It just made this what Fuzzy put on the screen even worse.
Yo.
Fuzzy bought it on Steam a few weeks ago, not days, weeks ago.
Hmm.
Still hasn't started it up. Fuzzy, have you even installed the damn thing? Be honest. Have you even pressed the button to install it? For
Well,
me, Matt, this is what keeps me from buying, especially like full priced. This is what keeps me from buying because
that's why you don't buy full price.
I have so many other like full priced games that I'm literally just prioritizing. So why go and buy full priced games that you're just gonna like let them sit there and then
Well,
you're gonna
that's
play it 6 months from now? And it's like, okay, you should have just paid for it in 6 months. You know? Okay,
that's
Fuzzy
fair.
said he installed it. All right, at least he installed it.
That's fair. But like, get it on sale. Don't ever buy a game full price if you're not gonna immediately play it.
Yeah,
Do that. But like for RoboCop, like I see Fuzzy Tomatoes comment. The game was been on sale for $10
a
for a
long
minute,
time.
so it's not exactly a big win. Oh, I thought he was saying you got it, but yeah, like dude, if you get it for $10, then yeah, add it to your backlog. That game
I'm
that
I'm
game
at
is
the
just
point.
what's up.
CD Keys has CD Keys, GG dot deals, Game Evo, and all these sites. They have me to the point where it's like it's not $2, bro. And I know I'm not
Mhm.
gonna play it immediately. If it's not $2, I'm out. I'm out.
That's fair. There's a lot of games you can get for $2 off of GD deals. A whole lot.
Telling me, bro. Vince says, "Welcome to the ever-growing PC gaming backlog, motherfuckers."
Yep.
Vince, Vince, my situation is worse than your average PC gamer. My situation is that games like, let's say, for example, Batman: The Arkham Collection, I now have to rebuy and replay those games. I have them either on the PlayStation or the Xbox, but I'm now rebuilding the catalog. So, like, my backlog was already big when I was just on console. Now that I'm on PC, the backlog is huge, but now it's like, all right, now let's bring what was on the console onto PC. Good luck.
Sales, 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 sales. Dude, we were talking about it, I don't know, a couple weeks ago when the sale was happening on Steam. And
Yeah.
you talked about Titanfall, which I did see you ended up getting Titanfall, but then we also talked about Crisis Remastered at one point. And I literally, in that same sale, I got the Crisis Remastered trilogy. I absolutely, under no circumstance, needed to buy that. I have the remastered trilogy on Xbox already. I have the original games on Xbox. I have the original games on PC, on Steam, and on EA. I have them. I might even
That's
have them on
tragic.
PlayStation. But
That's
I
tragic.
did not need to do it. There was no reason for me to do it, and I did it because it was on sale. It was like $15 or something for like all three
Oh
games.
my
So I
goodness.
did it. And now I have them, and God knows when I'm gonna play Crisis 1, 2, and 3. Who I might not play
Sure.
those on PC until like next year,
It's
maybe.
it's probably never going to happen, Matt.
Yeah, it might not.
It's
Might not.
realistic that it never happens.
It actually might not. But I got it. Same with same with like RoboCop for $10. Like, dude, I've already beat it. I beat it twice on Xbox. Bought it on PC. It was $10. I like Wreckfest 2. Wreckfest 2 just came out on early access on PC. I got it. I
Let's
got it.
go.
I like it's
Will
it's
you be
a
playing it tomorrow though? No.
probably not. It's a problem, dude. It's
Ye- That was my
my
next question. Like, do we have a problem, Matt?
it's hard to say because dude, I the amount of time like I play more console than PC by a pretty decent amount. But I was like just in fact I'm gonna double check it out of curiosity. But if I go to my
Okay.
library on PC right now, on Steam specifically, and I sort by date added to library, some of these, like a lot of these are mine, but also we got to take into account some of these are Mike because I game share with Mike. So like
Yeah.
I'll see some games in here that Mike has recently added. But if I go to my Xbox, for as much time as I spend on my Xbox, which again is more than my PC, and I go to my own games and sort by date acquired, like Shadows, obviously I just got Shadows, and I'm game sharing with Ham, so Split Fiction's there. But the last game I bought before Shadows was well, I guess technically the Avowed Special Edition, but Forza Horizon 4 on sale, and then uh Death Stranding and Dragon Age. Those are like, but if I look at my recent purchases on it's fucking absurd. It's
So you're spending more money buying games on PC,
but the
but
thing
you're
is,
maining console.
I'm not spending more money. That's the thing. I'm
Oh, because
spending
it's on
I'm
sale.
spending yeah, it's all on sale. So like I'm probably
$2,
yeah, I'm probably
$3.
spending less money. Like a decent amount less. Like you think of Assassin's Creed Shadows day 1, that's $70.
That's $70.
Horizon
How
4 was
many
on
can you get
sale.
on Steam?
Yeah, Horizon 4 was on sale, so that was like super cheap, whatever. Death Stranding 2 or Death Stranding 2. Death Stranding was $20 on sale. Dragon Age when it came out, $70. Metaphor
Yeah,
when it came out, um,
70. No,
which I
60.
bought
Was it
on
not 60?
PC. I bought it on PC. It was $70. But
But you
like
still went to get it on Xbox.
uh no, Ham got it on Xbox.
Oh, okay.
But like yeah, dude, like that's 70, and we'll call it 70 again off of Dragon Age last year, or Dragon Age, Dragon's Dogma. So 70, 77, that's $210 versus, $210 probably covers the
On
last,
sales.
yeah, probably covers the
That's like a
last, like,
year.
that probably covers like the last 20 games I got on Steam, if not more. So it's nuts. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, I'm doing the opposite of you, Matt. I've really turned on the consoles. I am maining the fuck out of PC,
Hmm.
and I'm a very happy camper. I'm a very, very happy camper. Thank you for getting the parts for
Yeah.
me on partpicker.com,
Hmm.
and thank you for sending me the stuff, because
No problem.
again, man, I'm a very happy camper.
I told you that thing. Yeah, you're gonna go like Cozy says. You're gonna go through probably a full year. You're gonna be a smug, just a smug PC gamer. Just a.
Insufferable.
You're gonna be yeah. You're gonna be an intolerable person for about a year probably, and then you'll start to calm down. You'll get used to it, and it won't be a thing that you talk about too much anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're gonna that first year, dude. It happened to me when I got my first computer, and I was
Wait,
just like, this is what's up.
are you predicting that after the first year, I'll come down and then I'll go back to just playing on console? Is that what you're
No, I didn't
predicting?
say that. I said after a year you'll calm down.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm
But
not
okay.
saying you'll stop playing on computer. I'm not saying that.
So what keeps you on console even though you have a more than competent PC?
Oh, I'm a fucking way more incompetent. But yeah, it's the fact that first of all, it's where my friends are, which doesn't mean too much anymore, considering you know
Discord.
Discord is everywhere. So that's like
Yeah.
one barrier that's kind of started to break down a little bit. Second of all, is my library on console. I have a pretty big library on PC. By myself, I have about 250-ish games on
Okay.
PC. Um, on Xbox, however, I've got about 350 plus by
Mm-hmm.
myself. So that's a big thing also. There's also things like just the convenience of it. The fact that like if I wanted to hook up like in my bedroom, I have a Series S, but if I wanted to have that experience, then really what I would be doing is buying a pretty cheap PC, putting it together, and then putting it in my bedroom, and then having to deal with like a wireless keyboard, uh, wireless mouse, and everything just to get into like just to start up the computer, get into the games and everything. As opposed to with an Xbox, I can just hit the button on the controller and play a game. It's really at this point it's mostly convenience. It's
Mostly
also the fact
convenience.
it's also the fact that it's a lot cheaper to put a console in my bedroom than it is to put a secondary PC in my bedroom. A lot cheaper, especially now with the PC prices that being what they are.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. For me, I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I'm still new to it. I'm still having like lots of fun with it. Maybe in a year I'll sit down and I'll be like, you know what, PC is cool and all, but consoles where it's at. Maybe, but right now, honestly, I'm just excited. I'm trying to figure out which handheld I'm going to buy so I can pair with the PC. That's all I'm thinking about. So for days that I don't want to be at the PC, I can just turn on whether it's the ROG Ally, whether it's the Steam Deck or whatever. Just turn that on and sit wherever and have a blast. But
You're
when I'm traveling
probably
for
not going to
work,
switch back to console.
but I also have a big library. So my question to you is like, what would be your theory of why I wouldn't switch back?
Just because the fact that you're buying new things on PC. Like when a new thing comes out, like you're talking about Kazan right now.
Yes.
When you get Kazan, you're not getting that on console, right? You're getting that on your computer.
Yeah, yeah. Dude,
Okay.
Even Death Stranding, I'm
Yeah.
holding out till the last freaking minute.
Yeah.
I want to know, like, oh, I Kojima, when are we getting Death Stranding? If Death Stranding is going, like, if it's gonna be on PC 6 months later, even a year later, I'll wait. I'll wait. But
Okay.
if it's like, yeah, this is exclusive and no one knows anything, there's nothing official, and like a week before, I'll just I'll just fucking buy it. I'll cave in and I'll buy it and I'll play it on the PS5. But if I don't
Yeah.
have to, I'm buying new games on PC.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you for Death Stranding, they're not going to tell you when it's coming to PC. But if I had to guess, it'll probably be a year. But PlayStation's never going to let you know when because they don't want
Because they know.
they don't want you waiting a year. They'll say it's coming to PlayStation. If you want to play it, get it on PlayStation. That's
Get
all
a
they'll say.
PlayStation.
But the reason I don't think you'll switch to consoles is because of that. Like you're buying new things on PC. You're not gonna then go back to console in a year and say I want to play console now, but I want to play this one game I have on PC. Let me go ahead and re-buy it at the console price on my You're not gonna do that. You're gonna build.
And then
You're
I
gonna build.
know.
Yeah, you're gonna build a new library and then you're going to gravitate to the new library, especially now that you're bringing old stuff like on sale
Yeah,
to your new library. So
dude,
I don't think
I'm gonna rebuy Ghost of Tsushima, um, the original Death Stranding Director's Edition, like the whole thing, bro.
yeah,
I'm not gonna buy God of War because I'm sorry. I think the new God of War suck. I
you think
think they
they
suck.
suck or they're not as good as the first? Because I think they're definitely not as good as the first. What is it?
Matt,
The main three,
you,
but
you know you know what? Let's make a new tier list of
uh-huh,
whether something is worth buying or not. But first,
uh-huh.
let me. Okay, agreed. Sapo says I can play a PS and Xbox. An hour later, play Steam. Me too, Loke. Yeah, yeah. Reezy says stop capping, Loke. You're a Kojima whore. You'll get it day one anyway.
Exactly. Like I don't know why he's on here lying about that.
uh,
I'll wait 6 months to a year fighting. No, you won't. Shut
yeah.
up, bro. You will not do that.
Okay, Matt. The reason why I'm saying that God of War sucks,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
At least to me,
Okay.
is the sign of a great game.
Hmm.
Not just a good game. The sign of a great game is, Matt. Here's God of War. Here's a CD for God of War. I'll give it to you for a month, right?
Yeah,
Here's my PlayStation. Here it has God of War. I'll give it to you for a month. You finish God of War, correct?
yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, I need my PlayStation back. I come and take my PlayStation from your home, and then Xbox announces that God of War is coming to PlayStation. A great game, Matt, or a game that you think is great,
Hmm.
you're gonna buy that game on your Xbox. You've already played it. You're
Hmm.
gonna buy that game, and you're gonna pop those Chivos again on your Xbox.
Yeah,
Because I did that with Sifu. I bought Sifu on PlayStation. When it came to Xbox, I popped those Chivos. Right now on PC, it's on my wish list. I will buy Steam. I will buy Sifu one more game and pop those Chivos one more game because
hmm,
for me, that's a great game. That's worth
yeah.
playing and experiencing again and again and again. God of War, I'm in and I'm out. That's what she said. But yeah, that's why I'm saying it sucks. It's not like Arkham Knight for me personally. Arkham
Okay.
Knight, I know I'm going to replay that game again.
I still need to play Arkham
So
Knight.
let's
I
go
own it
buy it.
everywhere. Never really
My
played it.
guy, my guy. For me, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight, perfect trilogy. You can put it right next to God of War 1, 2, 3. You can put it right next to MGS 1, 2, 3. You can put it right next to Gears of War 1, 2, 3. Not a problem.
Arkham Asylum to me is the greatest superhero game ever made.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
say
I'm not
so.
gonna fight you for that one.
So to defend, even though I don't
God
really
of
care,
War.
but yeah, I don't really care. But just to do the whole devil's advocate
Yes,
thing,
Sapo. As a movie,
uh,
it's pretty good. As
I
a
would
movie,
agree
it's
with
pretty
that.
good.
Um, But so I would say for God of War, the reason I know new God of War, and I like both of them, but the reason I know that new God of War is the shit is
Yeah.
because I'm somebody I didn't grow up playing God of War, had no attachment to God of War whatsoever, didn't give a fuck about it, never gave a fuck about it, and never pretended to give a fuck about it. And I saw the trailer, the launch trailer, I think it was, for God of War 2018. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I need to play that. I have to, I absolutely have to play that. I can't miss this game. And I got it day one. Now, eventually after that, I went back and I played
The originals.
the originals, and I was like, holy shit, these are fucking ridiculous.
Way
But
better.
like, dude, there's so much more fucking just they're raw as shit. Like,
Character.
yeah,
There's so
like
much more character. There's more
they're
heart.
they're so damn like they're so good. But like when when I
This man's
first saw
running out
that
of words.
yeah, when I first saw that 2018 trailer, I knew it was good because there's not many trailers, especially for games of series that I know I'd never gave a shit about. That when I see the trailer, I'm like, yo, that
Tight.
looks unreal, and that was one of them. So I have to give it that. It's not as good as the original. I have no problem saying that, but it's still pretty goddamn good to me personally.
All they have to do is officially announce that the originals are getting remastered and ported to Steam. No need to remake. No need to, dude, just say you're
Mhm.
getting those games on Steam. You can run it
Yeah.
at 60, run it at 90, get your Chivos. Matt, they
Mhm.
would make a ton of cash.
Running at 60, I'd be running that shit at like 400 FPS. You'd be running that shit at like 300 FPS. I mean, yeah, dude, if they did that, I'd absolutely get it. I've been thinking about getting the original trilogy on
On
PS3.
PS3.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
thinking about getting it. But yeah, dude, like, yeah, those games are great, dude. If they ever brought there a rumor recently? I'm pretty sure it got debunked, but there was like a rumor for like the 20th anniversary that they were going to
Yeah.
announce a remaster, and of course
There
they
was a
never
rumor,
did
yeah.
it. But dude, I was like kind of not
Hoping.
kind of. I was really hoping that they would,
Oof.
but they
You and every
didn't.
other Bloodborne fan as well.
Dude, what I don't know what those fans are even thinking now. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, you gotta be a certified clown now to be like at every PlayStation showcase. Like, this is the showcase.
Bloodborne.
This is the
Yes.
one.
Yes.
This is the one we've been
Yes.
waiting for, and it never is.
I
Never is.
think even the clowns are looking at you funny right now.
Yeah, they're like, dude,
If you're a
you just give
Bloodborne
it
fan.
up. Just give it up, dude. It's not happening. It is not happening. I don't, dude.
Let
It's
it go.
so funny. It's
Let it
so
go.
funny.
Let it go. It's like what's his name? Conker. We
Conquer,
all know Conker's not coming. He's not coming
Conquer,
back.
Banjo and Kazooie, dude. Conquer can never come back. Banjo Kazooie might come back, but Conquer, it just can't come back. And here's the thing: if they brought back Conquer, it's not going to be Conquer because they can't do Conquer today. You can't.
Yeah,
Conquer was out of fucking pocket. Conquer was a problem.
all the
So like,
time.
so like, if they could put the Conquer name on it, but it can't be Conquer.
I
It
think there's
just
a
can't.
way they can do it. I think there's a way they can do it. You know how Ubisoft was having deals or having, according to the rumors, right? We're not trying to get sued. According to the rumors, Ubisoft was sitting down with Tencent, EA, and Microsoft, right?
Yeah.
Try and sell off specific IPs and whatever. Hey, man, someone might just sit up there and be like, "All right, Microsoft, we're not going to taint your saintly name because Microsoft is very sensitive about that stuff these days. Give us the IP." Let us do it. Like, dude, can you imagine Devolver Digital doing Conquer?
I should give
Like,
it to the studio that made Dustborn.
no, not Dustborn. No, no, fuck no.
Kojima.
No, no, no. Dude, even Kojima would ruin Conker in my opinion. Conker needs unhinged people like whoever is running things at Devolver Digital, bro. Can you think of anyone who would do a better job than Devolver?
You if they weren't tied to Microsoft and
Yeah.
they just had
No, if
their own.
Microsoft was like, we want to license out Conker
No,
because we
no,
don't want
yeah,
to do it
yeah.
ourselves,
But I'm saying like
who who could do it?
you asked me who could do it, and I'd say if they
Yeah,
weren't tied to Microsoft, I think Double
yeah.
Fine could do it pretty good. But the fact is that they're tied to
Ah,
Microsoft, and
so it
Microsoft might
wouldn't
be
be.
like yo, you better cool it,
Yeah, yeah,
chill
yeah.
out.
And that kind of defeats the whole point of Conker.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's like if Disney tried to muzzle Ryan Reynolds, it's like that's not Deadpool anymore. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is, but that's not Deadpool.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, Vince says I can emulate Bloodborne on PC, so I don't care no more.
There
Vince,
you go.
I'm a typical console pleb that has come to ruin PC gaming. I want my achievements. I
You just
want my achievements. The only games that you can talk to me about emulation is like things that don't exist anymore. Then we can have a conversation. But if it exists and it's a thing and it's less than like 30 years old, I want my Chivos. I'm sorry. I want my Chivos. Anyways, thank you guys. Thank you so much for coming through, everyone. Listening to mine and Matt's ramblings on video games. We really do appreciate it. Please make sure to like and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, smash the like button on your way out. This has been the Lowdown. We do this every single Wednesdays. Tomorrow we're going to have another extended edition of the low of everything plus gaming. Matt, you are welcome to join in. I
I,
would
I'm
appreciate.
I'm gonna be at work probably. So
Oof. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, at least I have you for Wednesdays. That's something. At least I got
Yeah.
you for Wednesdays. Wednesdays. So yeah, we podcast almost every single day. Make sure to come through on Fridays for bull sitting with me, Matt, Cozy Beluga, Mental Nina, and a guest or two. We talk about video games and all the other good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Matt, please plug your channel, tell people where they can find you, etc., etc.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube. Matt Likes Games videos every week on the channel. Gonna try next week to get back to the podcasting thing over there. That would be Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern for the L3R3 podcast. Myself, Hard Days, Mike, and it's me, Tuan. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern for the Two Player Podcast with myself and Ham Solo. And like I said, videos every week on the channel. Look forward to that. And then obviously here, well, I guess not obviously because it's not Friday, but here Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern for bullsitting with Low, Cozy, Mental, Ham, myself, and usually a guest. But that's where you can find me.
All right. Good times. Good times. Thank you, everyone. We shall see you tomorrow for everything plus gaming. Goodbye.
See you. Yeah, bye.